Welcome on to Call of Cthulhu, the fictional video game. And let's enter the madness. We will start a new game over the original save.
Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. Torpor. Do you know what that is?
I do not.
Neither do I.
How is it spelled?
Torpor.
Torpor.
Just a moment, folks.
A state of psychological or mental instability.
Oh, okay. Well, he's
We're fucked.
yeah, he's not going to be helping this.
If I'm mad, it's a mercy.
May the gods pity the man in his callousness can remain sane in the hideous end.
H.P. Lovecraft. Yummy. Maybe they just know how to make good fish. We got bolt cutters. Bolt cutters. Bolt cutters.
In my wake, pulled along, fate in a
Uh-huh. Turn up the brightness a little, subtitles on. Turn the crosshair on. We'll turn down the music and effects a little. Oh, it didn't save. Okay. Brighten this up a little, just so I can
draws you on.
words a bit better.
It barely hears.
What a putrid offering.
For what? Allowing this.
Behold, everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
Oh shit, does it keep all my stacks? Oh shit, that's cool. Nightmares. But yeah, it kept all my stats. That's cool.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Oh, that's the radio.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
As opposed to like artificial sciences or...
No, no. Have a drink. This will affect our destiny.
I see.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I have business here to attend to. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, you're basically going to allow me to increase this again. Okay. So... I'm going to increase the cult. To get it to 2. Medicine to 2.
Thank you for this information,
Yeah, that's
Mr.
fine.
Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
All right.
Let's Pierce.
Oh, I'm just... Okay.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need any remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stay, the memories will return. One of the mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins. A short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the, sender? He brought one of the paintings so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to repeat the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside his entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
Oh, I can't scroll back. Okay.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
You're asking the wrong guy. I read about the warehouse. I read about her mental fragility in the police report. Something's not right with this story. Where did Sarah Hawkins live?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I got his body just snaps back.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
You said earlier you only wanted me to look at a painting, not any of this stuff.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Deeper dark water.
Stephen Webster, a wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston seas. Stephen Walker came to see me in order that I investigate the deaths of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusal nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Simon Hawkins, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in a fire that claimed the whole family. Charles Hawkins. Charles was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of the ship power. Ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip on Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life.
No, sorry.
Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was unhinged for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearance. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Dick Hawkins years ago surprised high anxiety columnists, a wealthy Boston heiress known for her party going, chosen to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more of her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth.
Art of Sarah Hawkins.
Intuitive and visionary artist to some, overpriced imposter for others. Okay. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. The mysterious and reserved painter often offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the work. Her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world. Then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to another dimension. To other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Let's have one more lucky sip.
Yes. Come on, the booze cruise.
Nope, one drink for good luck. There's nothing wrong with having a shot right before you go to hell.
Yeah, nothing like a morning pint. Here's up the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. Excuse me. On the shipping label and address, the warehouse sit on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Yes.
So, where do they think the woman caused the fire?
Because she was the more unhinged of the family.
Oh yeah, but what if the fire was just caused by accident? Or what if the son caused the fire by accident? Or what if the husband caused the fire by accident?
No, but he doesn't, make creepy paintings, you see.
Oh yes, and you never dropped a lighter before and set a tree to fire by accident. Or you never
common occurrence.
Or you never played with matches.
You didn't happen to go to Darkwater before in your life,
No comment. I mean, these houses do have gas stoves, and a cigarette can start a fire.
Seem to know a little bit about dark water.
I knew it. This place was sideways. Damn you, Cthulhu. Joke's on you. Cthulhu's not the main villain. It's Dracula. So did you know that this game is actually a remake? Well, slightly. So, Call of Cthulhu shares its same name with another game called Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. Dark Corners of the Earth was, how do I say, in bad development.
We're almost there.
Like, it wasn't, like, it's not the worst game, it was just a little, yeah. Like, for the first bit of the game, it was a fun detective sneak around, and then for the half bit, it was a shoot everything you see. This game is more slightly polished, but not what everyone wanted. The Dark Corners of the Earth is a bad game. It's not a bad game. There's a difference between a bad game and a bad game. A bad game can be fun. A bad game
Stay on board.
is unfun.
There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
So this game is like free play.
A little bit open-ended.
Slightly. So we now have 1 point that we can choose to. I want to put 1 point into psychology. Yeah, psychology.
Please do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it...
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back...
So So because of that, we now gained a little bit more into our medicine.
That shark looks familiar.
In the water, you shyster!
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand.
What could have done so...
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't... Don't put that beast back in the water!
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no
understand.
way to
You're
treat
not
an omen.
sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. He's gonna get us into trouble. Something real bad.
What could have done so much?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
So, essentially, the game is going to be playing like, how can I explain? Okay, so level 1 is Novice. Level 2 is Journeyman. Not Journeyman, Adept. 3 is Journeyman, 4 is Expert, and then 5 is Master. Does that make sense?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Yeah, it is at 22 now.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Or they're all fish people. Where are your gills, fish person? Remove your clothes.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins, but that's all I'll get from them.
Let's go to the bar.
Be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
So it wasn't me who went looking for it. I'm sorry, this guy didn't show respect. You're overdoing it.
Try this.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
They were strange and upset about Sarah Hawkins. It's not speaking
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like..."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Well, check it out later. Oh, they should show strength.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Okay.
You again.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. And they saved Darkwater from famine.
What can you tell me about it?
We all knew then.
I've got
Any...
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, come.
Drinking anything else?
That'll be...
Okay. It's over here.
We go where we want. Hey, you'll get us into trouble.
You're already in trouble.
There's nothing for you here either.
Can we sort this
Beat
out?
it.
You can see he's half drunk. There's nothing to sort out. Your chum.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. Or maybe they were just...
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
What could have done
You can't understand.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back. Back in the water, you shyster.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no way to
understand. You're
treat
not
an omen.
sailors. Oh yeah. It's a sign. He's gonna get us into trouble. Something real bad.
Okay, let's go talk to him. No, he's up there. Okay. Actually, why is that lamp? Why are you doing that? Here.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Think that the depths of the earth, holding unique creatures, is apparently a myth. In this time period. The photograph looks strangely like you.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got...
The game is saved. We got 1 point. I'm gonna start upgrading this a little.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
But it does seem interesting to me, the idea that, they probably are talking about something else, but it sounds like the idea of the deep-sea creatures found in, like,
Fishing
deep,
equipment.
dark,
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
you know, the sea.
Yeah.
That they have been considered legends in this era.
I mean...
What a macabre souvenir.
I mean, again, they're ship folks, and the ship folks are... Yeah, we're in 1924.
I wonder if for a while it was considered just, legends of, like, the anglerfish
It most likely was.
the viperfish.
Actually, until a few years ago, I actually thought the anglerfish was just a, you know, like just a cartoon thing.
Oh. You see.
Can we go back down here?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of their boss? What are
This
you-
warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I shall take my leave.
Did you know that sea spiders are a thing?
Yes.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Okay, look, there are so many people telling you it's true. Stop thinking it's fake.
But he hasn't seen proof of it.
There's a giant bone over there.
Yeah, well, that's not exactly proof, is it?
If you show me the proof, if you show me the bone of a fucking mermaid, I'm going to believe that there's actual mermaids.
A bone? No.
You saw what happened. Don't hang around.
I shall...
You sure it's not just fish bone?
No, I mean, no, a mermaid's tailbone would actually be a lot bigger than just fish bone.
No, it could just be shark bone.
You're back again. What can I do?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type. You're back again. What can I...
I shall be...
So come...
Okay.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
My God.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it.
She will do it again, you know.
No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all.
She won't stop asking.
Pure knowledge. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Okay.
That guy named Drake is probably not important.
Nightmares. Can he...
Do you like us?
We may...
That's true.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see.
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I bid you fair.
Good night.
So long.
What? Another break? I told you to beat it. I told you to...
Okay. But that's locked.
You again.
Captain Fitzroy told...
Oh, yeah?
Oh, come on.
Drinking anything else?
What can...
We all... Then...
I've got...
Any...
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear no scream.
Scream?
And that's but off any...
That'll be...
Not sailors. It's a sign.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to...
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shyster.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Where do you think you're going?
Officers are interested in the warehouse. I must get into the warehouse.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Others are interested in the warehouse. What do you know about the Hawkins?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again?
No need.
Interesting.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Who are these guys that are keeping guard? Find out about the island.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough.
We'll see.
Yeah, if I understand correctly, Cat is probably that lady, right?
Yeah. Not that I would know.
You heard nothing from here.
So I guess this is the statue, huh?
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Probably by one of the sea folks that Brandon overtook.
I've no idea what it says.
Probably if I recall was more higher, we could read it.
There.
Okay, so that was our investigation skill. So this one.
40% professional.
Hello, old friend.
Oh, we have a bottle of liquor.
Nice.
I wonder if I could give this bottle to someone. Don't you love the fact that we have a Russian lighter?
Did you miss it?
I've taken...
We'll see.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shice.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse...
Because it... And I... Now, please...
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
It's fine.
There's something coming.
You again?
No need.
You know, probably the fact that we have alcohol is the fact that we can go over here and then talk to them and then give them booze to get out of my way. Maybe.
Shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Let's use some suicide real quick.
Set some things on fire.
I told you to beat it.
Okay. I was going to tell her, hey, I have your bottle of beer. What are you going to do about
You
it?
again.
What can...
We all then.
I've got...
Any?
Captain Fit...
Oh,
Oh,
drink anything else?
that'll be... This tunnel goes under the warehouses. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Do we have something too?
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. A ratchet device. Exactly what I need. This handle will be perfect for the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Okay, so the way that this game works is that we had a 40% chance to succeed.
Oh, okay.
So this is all dice based.
Yes.
So the higher everything is, the higher chance we have at succeeding.
Yes.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Let's see. We got the shit kicked out of us. Who's the game boss?
Come on, you could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you, no.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway. Who's this guy?
No idea. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
What's with...
We saw it. Go die of...
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I bid you If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
And then we asked them, hey, are you guys working for CAD?
Well, we were trying to lie our way through.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny the order
Yeah.
of our dialogue.
So we still have the bottle, right? Yeah, we do. So theoretically, I could go over here.
And I figured the reason they're like, don't you know who we are is because they were working for
Hey,
CAD.
Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
So, do we want to be honest or lie to Kent?
I won't be honest.
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us, and they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Would I have taken that risk? Not at all. I'm losing my patience.
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots!
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Well...
Did you miss?
I've taken...
Oh, I could have used those two.
Interesting.
Huh. I'm fine with getting a little indebted with Kat. I feel like she's not as bad as she seems.
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
You decided to follow you on her own? I could just burn her right here.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Okay.
So let's screw around a little and try to...
That seems a little unwise for her to just leave us alone in her place.
She trusts... She knows that, well, because we told her the truth and then we essentially begged for her help, we've essentially got through to her needing to control.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been... taking them since the time of the Hawkins' death. It smells as bad as it looks. Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
It looks like Sarah and her husband.
What happened here?
Well, someone saw their reflection in the mirror and then broke the mirror. So these painkillers were prescribed to Sarah 3 months after the accident.
Can't sleep.
No, before.
I know how that feels.
And then someone sleeps here with a crumbled picture of Sarah and her husband. They also worship, which looks like a painting of her husband, but deformed. Right? Yeah, it does. Slightly, but still. So, theoretically, it could be a stalker of either the husband or Sarah, or it's her husband. And the reason why they broke the mirror, is because they didn't want to see their
own face.
They couldn't stand it because of how distorted it was. I saw something I could interact with. Let's get psychology up.
You're a professional psychologist, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Friendly police officer, let's team up. Someone else is interested in Hawkins. The case is far from being wound up.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
Oh, right, they had a gardener.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Garden of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse, the place thought to be abandoned. Revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting interrupted in this searching by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. Now, the police officers wanted to drive on the detective to the Hawkins mansion.
Okay, so the crazy groundskeeper was in love with Sarah's husband. So so somehow a fire broke out. I'm gonna guess like a candle that got hit on the floor, or something broke.
Right.
Or Sarah was actually batshit insane. Or the husband burned down the place. Oh, do you see the smile? That's the guy that cat cut.
Apparently they can't touch her, because she seems to be the only person with a weapon.
Well, here we are. Hawkins mansion. The place has been abandoned.
Because the game's saved, I'm now going to end it right